Good afternoon. I'm going to talk about the, the dementia and Alzheimer diseases. Um, what I saw in these three videos that I had to watch is that Alzheimer is it's not a disease. It's a kind of syndrome, and that the risk to contract this disease gets higher with your age. Um, I also saw that dementia can be you can have different kinds of dementia. It's called mixed dementia. Um, One of the principal problems of having Alzheimer or dementia are that you start losing your independence because you're not allowed to. Well, first you lose you can remember things like names or if your family faces. Um, of course, then when the disease is advanced, you are not allowed to walk alone because you can be lost because you can remember the names of the streets. You can remember anything. So this disease is getting like worse with the pass of the time. Um, no one can diagnose the Alzheimer while you are alive. But you can this disease is only can be totally confirmed, like when they make an autopsy when you're dead. I also understood that there's no cure for Alzheimer, but there are medications that can help you to have a better life. There are medications for like anxiety, for depression, and for aggressive, because these are some of the symptoms that you have when you have this disease. I also saw a similarity between the first video and the third video, in a part that in the first video they talk about the cilantro that is really good to prevent this disease. That is proof that you can make some beverages and some mixes with cilantro oil, and different kinds of dishes with this plant. In the third video, it was about diet to prevent this disease. So that's a similarity between those videos. In the second video, it's more like they talk about the scientific part of the disease. They talk about the creator of or the man that discovered the disease, and they talk about all the scientific part, what happened to your neurons, and why are they affected, and why the disease happens, right? In the third video, I think it was really interesting because they talk about all the diet and all the preventions we can have if we want to. Well, it's not 100% that we are not going to have the disease, but at least we can prevent having a good diet and a good lifestyle. We change our hobbies, we start reading more, we start making more exercises and working out and moving, and we change our diet. That here, especially in our country, we have a really bad diet. We are used to eat a lot of saturated food, and that's no good. And well, they say that, or I understood in one of the videos, in the third video, that if you change your your diet, if you start eating more salads or based plant foods, uh, you may prevent that kind of diseases. Um, I think it was really interesting. They they talk about there are countries that where the diets are just are just salads or plants uh, diet, and they don't have, or they have a really low risk or of having this kind of diseases. At the other hand, in other countries like our country, uh, the this disease is really high because uh, because of our lifestyles and our diet. So uh, to conclude this video, I think that my conclusion is that we must have we must change we must change our lifestyles to prevent not just this, but a lot of kind of diseases. um, I think the first step to prevent these diseases are changing our lifestyles, and if we start I don't know, changing our diet especially, we are going to have a better life and a longer life and a healthier life, because um, because it's proof that the most common diseases that we have are because of our 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 lifestyle and our diet. So yeah, if we want to have a better life, and that when we are when we are older, not no, we are not suffering of this kind of diseases, well, we must change it now. We have to begin right now. So that's it. Thank you.